As for the Las Vegas Raiders, they are favored to beat the Carolina Panthers by a field goal in their season opener Sunday. The Raiders hit the road for Charlotte today, but before that, got in one last practice in Henderson, which is where we find Jesse Merrick with today's Raiders report.
There's no doubt about it. When you think about Carolina, you think about CMC, Christian McCaffrey. The dude does it all, and it's players like him that are a big reason why the Raiders handed Corey Littleton the bag, and that's going to be one of the games within the game to really pay attention to as those two battle it out in Carolina on Sunday.
Just like you put it, I mean, my man can do anything. He runs that offense. You don't know where they're going to necessarily pit him, and he's always a factor within whatever type of play they're going on. You just got to key him. Do your best to shut him down in the run game and pass game, and make the other team use their other star players that they do have.
That's where Trayvon Mullen and Damon Arnett come into play. How will the two young corners fare against DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson as they look to stifle Matt Rule and this mystery offense that had Gruden and company look at tape at Temple, Baylor, LSU, and New Orleans?
It's a little bit like when you were a high school coach. You used to drive across the county to exchange films. But unfortunately, their coach never showed up, so you don't get any tape to look at.
On the flip side, the Raiders offense faces a Carolina defense that ranked dead last in the league in yards per carry last year. But they've since gutted that group and used all their draft picks on defense this year. And even though Vegas' bread and butter is that ground game, another group to keep an eye on is that Carolina secondary, which is starting rookie fourth-rounder Troy Pride Jr., who's among the group trying to face Henry Ruggs and Brian Edwards as they open up a new era for this Raiders receiving corps.
We both, played in the SEC. I feel like we know what football is, and just come in and compete and play the game that we know how to play, and it'll speak for itself, our hard work.
Now, if that confidence shows up in some big-time contributions on Sunday from those two, it could go a long way in helping the Raiders start this thing off here in Vegas at 1-0.